All right. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Deeper Understanding. Welcome to the big show. What is going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Tell me how I'm sounding. Oh, yeah. Tell me how I'm sounding when you come up in here. Come on in. Come on in. I'm gonna give everybody a few more minutes to come on in. Then we'll get into our little topic tonight. Now, my little team playing tonight. So if anybody gonna call in or be part of the show, we gonna cut this thing real short. But my food just got here, and my team playing tonight, so we ain't gonna play around. We're gonna go 5 minutes after like we always do, and then we're gonna get into this thing. Mm-hmm. Just a few more minutes, and we're gonna get started. Lord, I just hope these Giants do something tonight. We gotta do something. We gotta get us a quality win, get our mind back right. Lord have mercy. I see somebody else's child and took a gun to school. Lord have mercy. I see somebody else's child and took. Uh-uh. Mm. Children, keep on taking weapons to school. Lord, where your mama at? Mm. Where your mom at? Y'all bringing all these weapons and stuff to school now. These children, Lord. Mm. One more minute. We're gonna get into it, and then we'll go from there. All right. It's 5 minutes after. We're gonna go ahead, go forth with the service. Preliminaries. First of all, I want to say rest in peace to Tim Hughes. He passed the other day. I've known Tim. We went to school together. We were high school friends, schoolmates. I was a couple. I think I'm a year or two ahead of Tim as far as school was concerned. And my last year, hell, I used to skip class, and hell, I know he was skipping class, and we used to all play basketball. Him, James Chapman, uh, B. Jones. Yeah, we all used to play in the mornings, and probably went through the rest of the school day stinking. But Tim was a good guy. I dated a sister for a little while, so every time I called the house, Tim was always on the phone, and so he would answer, and we would talk for a little minute. I would have to wait till he get out the phone, and he'd have her call me back. So Tim was a good guy. I hate to see he's gone. I still haven't gotten an update on my friend Sykes, Frank Sykes. I know he's in the hospital. He's on a ventilator. We're still praying for his strength. We're praying for his recovery. And just anybody else whose family is going through this, COVID is taking over worse than it was last year. I know people try to downplay that, and but it's just a real thing. So if you can, go get vaccinated. Uh, I'm pretty excited myself. I'm feeling real good. My breathing is almost back to completely normal. Um, Looking forward to next weekend. My birthday is next Saturday. Going to a really special place. One of my bar, actually the owner of the bar I work at, he arranged for me to go to his restaurant. It's real high class, and I'm looking forward to that. So we're gonna have a good time there. And like I told everybody, you probably won't be able to eat dinner with me because, like I said, Mr. Bill made the reservations. So it'll be me and my date. But you can meet up with me afterward. I'll be going down to Nudies afterward. Around about 9:30. People that know me or y'all want to go, hit me up so I can make sure we all go in at the same time, because there will be a line and there is a dress code. So you need to really hit me up so I can tell you what to wear, what not to wear, for the fellas, to make sure we all good as far as that's concerned. I don't drink, so y'all can't buy me any drinks, but I would still like for you to come out, celebrate, get your dance on. You can drink, get your party on. That's what I really want, as far as that's concerned. Since we got all the housekeeping taken care of now, let's get into what we're talking about, knowing your place. Everybody has a place in this world. Uh, Whether you realize it or not, whether you want to accept it or not, we all have a place. Uh, some roles are lesser than others. Some roles are greater than others. Some people have more responsibility. Some people have less responsibility. But either way, it's your responsibility to know where your place is. It's your responsibility to know, uh, what's required of you. That's more of what I was hitting at. And I'm gonna start off on this note. And what's up, Sloss? I'm gonna start off on this note. Uh, Ladies, ain't y'all tired of these sorry ass uh I can say that's one thing. I guess I'm getting old. And one thing I just can't tolerate no more is these whiny, uh, soft uh, men that just want to, they just keep on trying to escape responsibility. As a man, you got to know what your place is. You got to know what your place is as a man. And it ain't nobody else's responsibility to take care of what you're supposed to take care of. I can't stand for a man that all he is full of excuses. Yes, life is hard. Yes, nobody's gonna give you anything. But you guess what? You're not special. Every man before you has gone through all the situations you're going through. So for you to sit up here and try to scare responsibility, blame it on this, blame it on that, no. Be a man. There is such thing as being a man. And a man's place, and I went over this the last 2 weeks. We have a place as men. We've relinquished that place. We've yielded that space to the women. And now I'm seeing more and more men be more and more like women. And that's fine. If that's what you want to be, if you want to transition, if you want to cut your thing off and get you a kitty cat, cool. Go ahead and make that transition. But quit masquerading and straddling the fence. See, the Bible says the Lord don't like you being lukewarm. It said he'll spew you from his mouth. You got to be cold or hot. Not in the middle. Nobody likes that bullshit. You got to know your place. You got to know who you are, what you about, and stand on it and mean it. I see so many young men that just all over the place. You wishy-washy as hell. All over the place. I keep telling y'all women, I don't see how your little thing get wet for them. How y'all thing get wet for that? Hell, I thought Zaquavion was bad. I'm seeing worse. I'm seeing grown men with purses, grown men with their pants hanging off their asses. And you just a walking oxymoron. Do you want to wear a purse or you want your ass shown? Which one is it? I don't understand. Know your place. You gotta know your place in life. Pull your pants up, take that purse off. Quit blaming everybody else for your failure. I see these young fellas that come to the bar, they stink, their arms stinking, their breath smells, hair all over the place. See, my thing is, if you're gonna get dreads, you're gonna grow your hair out, you're gonna do all those things, at least keep it nice, at least take care of it. Don't come out looking like no damn, what was them damn pickaninnies and shit? You look like something from them damn minstrel shows. You like buckwheat. Stop it. Have some class. Have some pride. Know your place. Know who you are. I'm not old school. You got to know where you come from. I'm not getting that deep into it. But damn, have more pride about yourself as a man. Because then you get out in these women's faces and hell, you smell. But hell, most of them can't smell you because they trying to over smell themselves. Putting all that body spray and stuff. But I'm going to get to the women in a minute. Y'all hold on, women. I'm coming for you. And you ain't going to like what I got to say. That's why I'm going after the men first. So y'all can go ahead and say your amens and shouts and all that kind of stuff. Because I'm coming for you. Oh, yes, I'm coming. I'm just going to get the men out the way so y'all can get, good and comfortable. That's just to draw y'all in. I'm being real. But in all seriousness, young man, there's nothing wrong. I keep saying there's nothing wrong with working. A lot of these dudes don't want to work. I can't tell you how many dudes that came up in there. The females are buying all their drinks. The females are doing this and doing that for them. Like, damn, know your place, dude. Which one are you? Are you the man or are you the bitch? Which one is you? And I guess I wouldn't be so hard on the brothers. It's just that I'm such a proponent for males and men being men and black men. Stand up and be who you are. Be proud of who you are. Yes, I know the enemy is out there. Yes, I know we got our share of problems. Yes, I know You got an uphill battle every time you open your eyes. But the same battle that you fought, I done fought it, your daddy done fought it, your granddaddy fought it, your great-granddaddy fought it. You're not nothing special. And don't nobody owe you anything. You owe society, you owe the world something. You owe the black race something. It's up to us to keep continuing to carry on the legacy that was given to us, because we have little boys watching us. If we drop the ball and act like we ain't gonna, it's all right not to be shit, these little boys gonna think it's all right not to be shit. Quit telling these little boys don't be like me, and show them not to be like you. Show them there's a different way. Good God Almighty, I feel my help coming now. I feel it coming now. We have so much more to offer the world than just athletes, and that's fine. If you're an athlete, you're an entertainer, that's cool. But everybody don't get to be that. Most of us are not gonna be that. Most of us gonna be normal, everyday people that's got to go out here and make a difference. And men, it's on us to be the leaders of that movement. We cannot keep sitting back and letting these women try to lead stuff. And I'm sorry, ladies, please don't take no offense to this, but it's not your place to lead no men and lead the damn black people. That is our position as the men. Your job is to support us and raise these damn kids. Like I said, I'll get to you in a minute. Be right there. It's your place to lead. Leadership is burdensome. It is. It's a burden. It's hard. Nobody wants it. Hell, I remember they try to put leadership on me every day at work. Oh, you should be this. Oh, you should do that. You should supervise. Oh, you great at it. Yeah, I didn't have my time. See, being leadership to me, you know, it don't excite me like that. I consider myself more of a coach or a guide. I like showing young men how to make it out here. At first, I didn't understand the parable of teaching a man how to fish. That's my job. I like to teach men how to fish, not just get them fish all the time. Teach them how to fish. Teach those who are teachable how to fish, so that they can go up and they can teach somebody else. I love it at work when I see somebody that come in, they day one, they scared, they don't know nobody, they don't know what the hell they're gonna do. And then I take them, calm them down, show them the ropes, and then they take what I gave them, they make it their own, and they thrive at it. It's several guys like that. And I love seeing that. That's my role. Okay, so I know my place. My place ain't to lead like that no more. I've had my time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not ancient, but as far as the business I'm in, I'm old. It's a young man's game. Most of the guys I work with in their 20s. So it's my job as the ump to make sure they're prepared to be the best they can be every single day. Not just in the workplace, but out here in life. You know, me, Damon, all these older guys, we give these young guys life lessons. That's the beauty of life. That's the circle of life. Because why? And they ain't just all black. We got a couple white, we got a white one, we got Puerto Ricans and all that stuff. We try to teach them as much as we know, because it's a circle of life thing. We want to see men as a whole, and in particular black men, take it to the next level. Quit being led by these women and dragged by these women, and whatever you say, that's weak ass shit. And we need to get back to being the kings. If you call yourself a king, be a king. All right. So that's enough for you men. Know your place, young brothers. Know who you are. Know where you're supposed to be going. You might not have all the answers, but at least be diligent enough and care enough about yourself and your next generation that if you don't have the answers, go to those who do. Use the wisdom and the pain and the suffering of the generation in front of you so that you can have something to step on to go to the next level. I don't want to see no young man under my watch starting from ground zero. I had to start from ground zero. A lot of men had to start from ground zero. That's the beauty of letting us, hey, I'll get on my hands and knees, you step on my back, so you ain't got to start at ground zero. At least I can start you off at level 1, level 2, something. Anything better than nothing. But that's enough for you young men. Young ladies, women, y'all need to know y'all place. You need to know your place. A lot of y'all out of order. completely out of order. You're out of order and you're out of control. And I can't necessarily blame you 100% because you was taught wrong. You was taught independence. You was taught masculinity. But you wasn't taught how to be a lady. You wasn't taught how to be a wife. You wasn't taught submission. You wasn't taught to be a little girl. A lot of y'all didn't get to be little girls, and I can recognize that. A lot of y'all had to be grown, and that's why you out of place now. Because, see, my mom used to have a saying. When I got too big for my britches, I talked too damn much. She tell me, "Hey, you need to stay in a child's place." Okay, and then she hit me in my mouth. So all those who's fans of these lips, you can thank my mom for that, because I got a lot of that growing up. Yeah, y'all should have stayed in a child place, and I'm gonna take it a step further. You need to stay in a woman's place now. You weren't in no child's place when you were supposed to be, but now you need to be in a woman's place. Okay, and I'm not saying a woman's place is behind no man. Your place is beside him, not in front of him. Let me repeat that. Your place is not behind him. Your place is beside him and not in front of him. You got no place leading no man. You should have your hands and your feet full dealing with your family, dealing with your children. That's your place. You need to know your place. Okay? A lot of you really need to go get some counseling. Men too, but you definitely need to go get some counseling. Because a lot of you go through so much trauma, and a lot of you won't admit this, but most of your trauma came from your mama. But you don't want to, we know y'all don't want to go in that situation, because that just brings up too much. But you know, you've been through a lot of trauma. You've been through pain with men and women that you trusted. And you know, it's probably hard to process a lot of times. And sometimes we just put it in the back of our mind and forget about it until them same situations, them same trigger words come up, and then all that stuff comes right back out every single damn time. So you need some counseling. Okay, you need to know your place, get you some counseling. Also, quit blaming everybody for every goddamn thing. Take responsibility for your shit too. Ladies, that's one pet peeve I do have with y'all, and I love you to death, but y'all don't want to take responsibility for shit. How the hell you gonna blame your daddy not being there, and you 40 and you still a slut? You should know better by now. Now, we give you that excuse, daddy wasn't around when you was a teenager and you was fast, and even in your 20s when you was out here hoeing. But when you in your 30s and 40s and you still out here throwing your thing around and you loving on every man and you having all these children by these damn fools, you can't blame daddy for that. And another thing, quit blaming daddy, period. Go find out what daddy wasn't there. You owe it to yourself. He owes it to you. Now, one thing he do owe you is an explanation. If your daddy wasn't there, he do owe you the respect to tell you why he wasn't there. And don't be surprised if a lot of your mamas was behind the reason why daddy wasn't there. Well, make sure my stuff is right. All right. Don't be surprised. Yeah, don't be surprised if daddy wasn't there because mama one told him don't come back, or mama told him you wasn't his. See, we got to quit doing that. We got to quit throwing that blame around that it's everybody else's fault. And let me say this too. You know, as a parent myself, I recognize the places I could have did better. I recognize the places I failed. And you know, but you do the best you can as a parent. Parenting don't come with no book. You can go by what you know. You have to go by what you know. You go by, you know, you read the Bible, you do the best you can by the Bible, you do the best you can by the child and all that. But if at the end of the day, you know you did the best you could, you sacrificed, you paid the price, you suffered, then hey, you should be cool with what you did. If your children didn't go to jail and they halfway successful and they're trying to do something with themselves, you successful as a parent in my eyes, because it's only so much you can do. You know, you can't give your child everything. You give them what they need, you give them a little bit of what they want, give them some love, give them some discipline, and then let nature take its course. But one thing we can't do is keep blaming our parents for the childhood we felt like we should have got, or why we didn't get the love we should have had. Hell, you 40 years old, you're a grandmama at this point, you're a granddaddy. It's time for you to move on. Forgive your parents. They did the best they could. And hell, they didn't do shit for you. At least they can't, or at least your daddy he nutted in your mama and that brought you here. So be grateful for that. Be grateful you grown and you made it. And you know, you do something with yourself. It's your life to live. That's like I tell my kids, you know, I done brought you this far. I can't live for you. It's your life to live. I got to live the rest of mine the best I know how. Now, what you do with yours is completely up to you. Whether it be good, whether it be bad, you know, whatever. I'm here for you, but it's your life. Okay? So we need to quit doing that. Especially, I see that a lot with these ladies out here nowadays. They want to blame everybody. Well, I didn't have no daddy. Oh, my mama did this. My mama had all these men in front of me. Your mom might have been a hoe. She might have. Does that mean you got to be one? If you can recognize your mama was hoeing, that means you know better. That means you're supposed to do better. Same thing for you men. Just because your dad was out here hoeing and doing his thing or doing dope, that don't mean you got to go out here and do dope. It doesn't mean you automatically predisposed to be that way. Because my daddy was a complete alcoholic. And I didn't turn out that way. I decided I want to do something different. My daddy wasn't always there. I decided to be a full-time daddy. I'm not talking about myself, not bragging on myself. I'm full of flaws. I'm just saying I don't blame my parents for my flaws. And I think a lot of people, a lot of us as a community, we struggle with that because we sit up here and say, well, I got daddy issues and I got my, well, if you know you got the issues, go get it fixed. We got to quit being afraid to go get our therapy and face those fights and face that pain and be done with it. All right. Life ain't peaches and cream. We're going to have struggles. We're going to have downfalls. You're going to fall down. You got to get back up. All these things is real. All these things are real. And I firmly believe a lot of us messed up because our mothers weren't nothing. Let's just keep it real. I keep saying it all the time. I cannot, daddies are supposed to be there for their children. Don't get me wrong. They are not absolved from parenting. But how can you blame the parent that wasn't there when the parent that had full control messed you up? Blame the person who had all the control. If daddy wasn't there, that means daddy didn't interfere. Daddy couldn't tell you nothing wrong if he wasn't there. Daddy couldn't show you nothing wrong if he wasn't there. So put the blame where it's supposed to be at. A lot of these women out here are hoeing because their mama saw their mama hoeing. They saw their mama tricking. They saw their mama lying to get what they want from different dudes. Oh, I know it's deep. See, we got to put the blame where it's supposed to be at. I know that's a scary situation. I know that's a painful situation because we already know mama is everything to us in the Black community. But we got to start acting like we got to start using our common sense. If mama was driving the car, can you blame daddy for the accident? Mama was there every day. And you didn't learn nothing from mama because mama didn't teach you nothing. She didn't teach you how to be a woman. She didn't teach you how to be a lady. She didn't teach you how to be a wife to somebody. She didn't even tell you to be no wife. She told you you don't need no man. Why? Because she didn't have no man. Mama had lost all her trust in men. Because she put all her trust and faith in Zaquavion Sr. And he let her down. So she told you, oh no, my baby ain't going through this. Girl, go to school, make something out of yourself. You don't need no man. You get pregnant. Oh, you don't need him to have no baby. You got me. She told you wrong. She told you wrong. Now she'll tell you wrong, and you her child. What do you think she told your daddy? Let me stop. Let me go ahead and open up the phone. Let me go and let y'all call in. Cause see, I feel something else coming on now. Let me stop. Let me stop, because I'm gonna have people cussing their mamas out. I don't want to do that. No. There go the link. Come by letter. Come by candidate for baptism. No. No, because see, I'm gonna have people calling their mama and cussing her out. And that ain't what this is about. I'm trying to heal people. I'm trying to fix stuff. I'm trying to get people to, but that's real right there. If your mama lied to you, what you think she said to your daddy? That's why I tell everybody I'm a huge advocate. If your dad is alive, find your daddy and talk to your daddy. At least get closure and get peace as far as that's concerned. Because you don't know what your daddy was told. You don't know what your daddy been through. And see, a lot of us is under that guise that mama was always right. A lot of us is under that guise that mama was always right, and you don't question mama, and you don't say nothing back to mama because she's gonna hit you in your mouth. But see, you grown now, and it's time to start having these conversations. Time to start having these conversations. It's time to start asking your mama, mama, why did you have Uncle Johnny around when Uncle Johnny was touching people? Why did you tell us, Uncle Johnny come and go put some clothes on? We at home. We in our pajamas. We innocent. We don't know what we doing, but Uncle Johnny know. So, Mom, why did you have Uncle Johnny there? Mama, why did you send me over Uncle Roy's house when I was telling you I was scared to go over there? And you made me go anyway. Why you made me go over Aunt Virginia's house when I told you she was mean to me and she didn't like me? See, these are things we need to start healing, because these are the things that's slowing us down. They're slowing you down in your progress, because there's still pain in your body that you ain't got rid of. It's like cancer. Mama, why did I have bills in my name when I was a child? Oh, Mama, why I have a phone bill and I didn't even know how to talk on the phone? But then you didn't turn around and teach me about the value of credit. You didn't teach me the value of finance. I can't ask Daddy. Daddy wasn't here. But you was here, Mama. I've been having these conversations with my son, and I've always tried to teach him about credit and taking care of your finance. But we've been really picking that conversation up here lately. And we need to have these conversations with our children about finances and showing them bills and showing them how we pay our bills and stuff like that. You got to show them how much money you got, but you need to show them, sit them down and show them how to pay bills. Show them what it's like to pay bills. Show them what the real world is about. See, that's what we lacking as Black people. We don't teach our children about the real world. We make it seem like it's all fairy tales and all that stuff. And then they get out here and they fail, and then you get mad when they got to come home. Let me stop. Till you on?
I think, but I see you in two different ways. Okay, there you go. Why didn't you want to keep talking about it? You on a roll.
No.
But I mean, it's still stuff that needs to be said, though. I mean,
Okay.
if it triggers somebody to think back, if you saying know your place, this is a core. That's the core of it. is going back to see it, because a lot of women that you might be talking to, they may not see it, but by you talking about who they were raised with, be it father, aunt, granny, whoever, they may be able to realize that, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like I am. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, if they know that, well, I don't have to say it.
But no, what I'm saying is by you saying this, it may trigger them to think back as to why they're like that. Like you said, go back, find the parent and say, hey, what happened? And like you said, if you have a car wreck, how you gonna blame the daddy when he wasn't even the one driving? You know, but there's nothing wrong with saying that stuff though.
Oh, see, they ain't gonna listen to me because I'm a man. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm bitter. I'm jaded.
But I'm a whole female. I don't hear nothing jaded, bitter, or nothing. I mean, you are open book right now. You're not even sided. You said something about the men, now you saying something about the women. So I mean, I think those days are kind of behind you now. I think your your 25 days of Christmas and this has definitely probably changed a lot of views of how people saw you. You know, so I don't think it's that. And if they think that, they ain't got to tune in.
Well, I don't have to say nothing else. They know what it is. See, that's the thing. People know what the problem is. They just don't want to address it. You know what's wrong.
So why do you think, like for men, because I can't answer this, why do you think the men don't want to address it? Like you said in the beginning, don't nobody owe you nothing. You know, you need to do this, that, and the third. Why do you think there are males that do that or still feel that they're owed something, or just need to not blame their upbringing on where they are? Like, why do you think that is?
Why do men keep doing it?
Yeah, or just not stepping up to the plate, or still trying to say, woe is me.
Because they don't have to.
Mm. It's designed and it's structured where they don't even have
as long as there are women out there that's willing to take care of these grown ass men, why should they change the program?
Mm.
If you're willing to put up with bullshit and have bullshit in your life and have bullshit around your children, then why the hell should he change? You got to change. You got to be the change you want to see. So
right.
Again, like I said, we've been raised to think everything is fairy tales and things should change because we wanted to change. The change has to start with you. And if you allowing bullshit in your life and you don't want more for yourself, then why the hell should he change?
You're right.
As long as I see so many women say, all men need to pull their pants up. I still see you giving men with their pants sagging pussy. So why would they change it? They just keep it all the way 100. I see when his hungry ass call you, as much as you say, I can't stand his ass, you gonna answer the phone. You gonna make sure he eat. You gonna make sure he got a place. So why the hell is he gonna change for?
And like you've always told me, you blame women. And I used to argue with you and debate you so bad with that. But I'd be riding down the street coming back and I'd be like, damn it, he's right. Cause you're like, if he's doing this, you're like, whatever standard we set, whatever we allow, they're going to do it. If we raise the bar, they're going to have to raise the bar or just leave you alone. Like you said, either way, you're going to win. You either going to get what you need or won't and be respected. But
Look
if
here,
you keep
90% of men are raised by who?
women.
So if they trash, who fault is
the
I told you about the transfer of power. Didn't I tell you about that 2 weeks ago? There is a transfer of power. He went from one trash ass woman to another one. He found somebody who was going to accept him as trash, and so he made it all right.
Right.
If one woman would just stand up and say, "No, you trash. No, thank you." If all of you stand up and say, "No more, no mas," it'll stop right then. It'll stop immediately. And that go both ways. See, I keep seeing brothers accepting ratchet ghetto shit. And I'm like, dog, what do you want? You got these bitches that look a mess and then they act manly. How the hell you want that? Then I ask you, well, do you like the wigs? No, I don't like the wigs. Do you like the makeup? No, I don't like the makeup. Do you like the eyelashes? No, I don't. Then why are you fucking them? See, if you don't like something, you're going to leave it alone. See, let me put a line.
But you're right. You're right. And I think it's good and therapeutic for everybody to tell folk, this is where you messing up and this is where I have a problem. Because sugarcoating stuff, it don't help. It don't fix a damn thing. You better off just saying it, telling it like it is, and keep it moving. Either you gonna fix it or you're not. You know what I'm saying? Because, and again, it go back to, you can't look at somebody's potential. You gotta look at their damn reality. They know what they doing. They know what's pissing you off, but they ain't gonna stop. And that's the thing in itself. They're not gonna stop because, like you said, if we're gonna allow it, they're gonna keep doing it, and put a spin on it at that. Not only are they gonna keep doing it, they gonna put a spin on it and do something new and do something clever with it. But it's up to us to stop it. But you said something else. You said something else about mothers. What the heck else did you say?
Oh, I wore mama's out. I wore mama out today.
You did. You said something, but I mean, there's not. You're only speaking the truth. Because like you said, okay, you had a kid, you don't need a man, you don't do this. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Now they can tell you, like you said, go to school, go do this. You don't need this. You can do it yourself. And you can have a kid, you can have a kid yourself. That's a damn lie, man. You fucking can't. You cannot. And then they may even offer and say, oh, I'll be there. And then when you actually do it, you break it off with that guy, you out there in the lake and the river by your damn self. And now you really fuck. Because now you don't have the connection of the father no more, of the other parent that's supposed to be there. You leaned on mama.
You listen to mama.
And now you fuck. And and I think that's where a lot of people mess up, or not necessarily mess up, but they have this thing like, oh, well, if the parent is trash, well, damn it, they might be gold to their kid. They might treat you bad, but they might be great for their kid. But I don't feel like it's a female's position to just X the guy out unless there's harm being done. If there's harm being done, by all means, do what's best. But at some point in time, that's still 50% of your child's makeup. You know what I'm saying? And mama / granny can't substitute that other parent. They just
so then
can't.
if women know this, why do they keep doing it?
What part?
Why do they keep siding with mama and going through all this extra shit when all they gotta do is listen to their man?
I think the first part of that, I think a lot of women side with their mom because, like you said, in the Black community, in the Black household, is mama, 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 dear mama, 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 mama. And it's like, better not say that, I'll fight you for my mom. Don't say that about my mom. It's such a bond there that I know somebody right now that they wouldn't even say anything bad against their upbringing because of how they feel. Well, I don't know how mom will feel. What? Well, I don't know how, this fit. Are you kidding me? But I think it's just that loyalty. And they feel like, and I think just the truth, I think people have been browbeaten so hard with the Bible, respect and honor thy mother and father. Your days won't be, your days will be numbered if you don't. So I think as a child, you are taught this. It's pushed down your throat so hard that you feel like if you just raise your tone, oh my God, I'm damned to hell.
Okay, but then why don't women at least ask mama questions and ask her, well, mama, you want a man? Why can't you listen to my man?
I think a lot of women, if they do that, or if they get to that level to where they feel comfortable asking that, the first thing that's gonna come out of that mom's mouth is, "I'm your mama. You don't ask me nothing like that." So you got to get to a point to where your mother is going to actually open up and talk without giving you some BS to shut down the conversation.
Okay, well, I'm gonna ask this then. Since women want to claim everything is so toxic, why don't they put their toxic label on their mama and do what they need to do with that?
Ooh, you would ask me, wouldn't you? Whew. I think some do. Let me just answer it that way. I think some do, but they will only do that to the people that they're really, really close to. Because if you in the Black community go out and you say anything not positive about your mother, you are looked at like shit on a stick. You know what I'm saying? When in reality, if you're able to have a conversation with another female, you'll realize, oh my God, you went through it too. And then you may ask a second or third female and be like, oh my God, you went through it too. And then you realize you're not the only one that had a toxic parent, you know?
Okay, so then after the realization that
Mm-hmm.
mama's or daddy was toxic, then why don't you chalk it up and move on? I see so many women get hung up on they was done so wrong when they was young, and here you is 50 years old. Like, when do we turn the page and say, okay, that shit was fucked up, I'm gonna do better?
Okay, so I heard two different questions in that. Like, when do you turn the page? The first part of that, I feel like you always long for your mother's approval. So if you know that she's toxic and you know that this, and you're trying to bridge the gap and you're trying to put the band-aid on it,
Hold on,
you
T Smith, what's happening, T Smith? Go ahead.
you know, you just always looking for that. And so it's like you just keep going, trying to get this approval that you've never had. And it's really a sick, twisted game, because you constantly looking and you constantly searching and you're not going to get it. But what was the other part you said? Why don't what?
Just say, hey, you know what? That was fucked up. I had a fucked up childhood, but I'm gonna do better. Why can't women just be like that? Like, yo, it was
I
messed
think
up, but I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go forth.
I think it gets to that point, but you have to go through enough hurt, pain, and awakening of yourself to get to that level. That's
Damn,
like
how much
the
more pain you need?
I'm just saying, but see, you got to understand, depending on how you grew up, you dealt with pain maybe weekly or monthly. Not saying it was all the worst pain, but there was still some element of it. So you learn to just walk in it. You learn to live in it. You learn to breathe through it, and then before you know it, yeah, you might look back and be like, damn. I just went through all that. So it again, that's where going to counseling and all that, because it's a lot of people functioning in unhealthy ass shit, from home, work, relationship, to where you just become autopilot. You just floating. You just going.
Now,
So if Mhm.
go ahead. Go ahead.
So, if you get to that level to say, I'm going to do better, you have to first accept it, like, damn, this happened to me, but I'm not going to let it define me. Let me get my shit together and let me move the fuck on. And if I have kids from this day on, I'm going to do better. Now, you may not be able to do a whole full circle, but you can do a semicircle. You know what I'm saying? And in that, you just try to be better. If it was one area, you just try to do a little better, and then maybe in a year's time, 2 years time, you'll be in a better place. But you eventually get there.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna put this out there from a male perspective.
Yeah.
To see, we see these women, they come in, I don't want to use that word. They come into the situation and we clearly see they're not healthy. Not saying they're not a good woman, but they're not in a healthy place.
Mm-hmm.
And now you got to walk on eggshells because You don't know what's the trigger. You don't know how tender she is. And now she thinks that all men are toxic. Like I hate that word. But in reality is she's become toxic because she's been inundated with the poison that her mama has injected into her.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, damn, what are we supposed to do with that? How are we supposed to sit up here and quote unquote love you past your pain and overlook all this madness when a lot of this stuff is brought on because one, you wasn't raised correctly, and two, you never dealt with your trauma with your mama. Like, what are we supposed to do with that?
If you want to be there and you care about her, you have to literally sit her down and talk to her. And okay, here. You have to sit her down and talk to her and tell her, look, this, I can't do it. I cannot walk on the eggshells. Hold on. Here we go. Hold on, Tasha. Okay. You have to just tell her, I can't do this. I can't walk on eggshells. I don't know. I understand you've been hurt. I understand the pain. If you want me to help you through it, I'm here. But what I cannot do, I cannot be traumatized trying to love you. I'm here. I want to be there for you, but you hurting is hurting me.
So we got to do all this extra.
Hell no, you don't have to. But at the same time, you just said if you know you're walking on eggshells and you don't know what the trigger is and you understand that it's her pain, at some point that conversation has to happen. Now, after that conversation happens, whatever happens after that is out of your control. But sometimes a female just needs to know that somebody hears her.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, see, God dang it, do you want to hear it or not? Because look, you just said, I hate your guts. Look at your face. Why does that kill you?
We hear y'all, but you ain't saying nothing.
Okay, so you saying the person is traumatized or whatever. She's not,
all we hear from a woman that's been through that is how much she been hurt and how bad she been hurt in the past. Okay, baby, I heard you the first time. How many times you gonna tell me you hurt before you go get some healing?
Well, and that's what you have to do. You just have to say, look, I'm not here to hear your constant record over and over and over again. At some point, you're gonna have to put another album on. I can't keep listening to that. You have the right to say that and just say, look, if you want to go get help once a week, 2 times a month, whatever it is, you need help, setting it up or finding somebody, I'm here. I will do that for you because I feel like you need to move past it. But if she's not willing to take that help, you got to move on.
Okay, let's reverse that.
Yeah.
How does a woman love a damaged man and she know he's damaged?
How is she able to love him?
Yeah.
Because I'll speak for me. I've dealt with this. I'm able to separate it from the guy. But what I've learned is I should have never separated it from the guy. I should have left it with the guy. Because when I separated it, I created this fake person and was just saying, oh, well, that was only because of this, or he did this because of that. I gave him a pass when I should have never given a pass and tackled it as a whole. Because when you separate that shit, you setting yourself up for failure. Because again, if he's damaged from a previous relationship or child's mother or children's mother, you have to understand he's got some type of resentment. He's got some type of resentment towards women, and you probably need to dissect that to understand him more, because It may be the child's mother. It may be his own mother, and then here you are trying to love him as a hurt man, but guess what? He's only going to see you as his mother that hurt him or the child's mother that hurt him. So you third on the totem pole, maybe even fourth or fifth, and you trying to get this man at all, and it's pointless because he's
But my
still.
thing is, why are you even trying?
Um, I'm. I think it's just in our nature to do so, but it's not a good. It's not a good. It's not a good thing.
That's interesting. So y'all are predisposed to loving Zaquavion. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Mm.
We're predisposed because I think it's in our nature. Like I've said to you before, I wish my kind heart and my giving I could just cut out of my DNA. And then you've said, but then you wouldn't be you. And I'm like, I'd be okay with that. And you're like, no, you wouldn't be. But that's the thing. It's like some things I just naturally gravitate towards. But the older I've gotten, I've learned to just step back and leave shit the fuck alone. Leave it the fuck alone. Because like you said, we're kind of predisposed to accept the crying, to accept the pain, the upset. And then because what I found out is a lot of dudes just don't get to talk. And if they just had somebody to listen, it's like a lot better. But then at the same time, I didn't have to lend my ear. But then the nice part of me is like, well, why not my ear? You see what I'm saying?
So are y'all predisposed because of your nurturing side, or is it because you maybe seen mama?
All of that.
Loving on Zaquavion Sr.
All of that.
So how does a girl see her mama loves Zaquavion and I say, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. How is it that y'all can say, I saw grandmama serve granddad and he treated her like shit, so I ain't gonna serve my man? But you see mama loving on Zaquavion and you go ahead and love you as Zaquavion. How is that possible?
I think it's possible because if that's all you saw, that's all you know what to do. You would have to see or fix your brain in another way of living to not do that. Because if that's all you seen, you would have to be exposed or just naturally have the idea of, oh, you know what, this ain't right. I mean, that I could say the same for like public housing or having a bunch of kids or school or having mediocre jobs, not aspiring to have a better paying job. I could say that about a lot of things. If no one ever showed you, hey, you don't have to live here. You do understand that you can do this. Hey, you do know, even if you only have an 8th grade education, it doesn't have to stop there. You can do this. You have to come across a teacher. Go ahead.
I got something that just hit me.
What?
Now this might be a little painful for some of y'all. The women lower, I'm gonna see how I put this.
Yes, we lower it.
Do you lower what you're capable of because you don't want to show up, mama? You don't. Do y'all know the mama?
Yes. Can I get any closer to this phone?
Do y'all know what a young child? Is it already instinctual that mama's gonna be jealous of y'all?
Your phone froze. What happened?
Oh no, I'm not froze.
Hey, you froze up.
That's your phone. I'm still alive.
Tashawn.
I hear you. That's your phone.
Okay. You said once I got close to the phone messed up. So what'd you say?
I said, do y'all have the instinct that mama would be jealous of your success?
It did it again. It froze up again. What do we wait?
Do y'all have
I'm in the country. Do we have what?
Do y'all have the instinct that mama would be jealous of your success.
We do. We have it, and we still keep going. We don't let it.
Or jealous of your relationship with a good man. Like, are y'all scared to have a good man because you know mama ain't never had one?
We're not scared to have it, but we do know that it could possibly cause an issue.
So see, that's why I don't understand. Like, why do we put mama way up here? And I'm not saying mothers don't deserve to be up here, but if mama's fucked up, why the hell we keep pledging allegiance to mama?
Some people do that. Some people do that. I mean, and when we end this, I'll call you and say more. But you know, the thing is, yes, that for some females, they know that this is going to be an issue. This is going to be bothersome to a parent, and it could even be for a male father figure or father. I have to say father figure because, you know, it's been 30 years for me since my father passed. So I can actually say that the male figures that I have had, they gave me so much flack about the people that were the males that were in my life. At the time, I thought it was caring, but looking back at it, it was twisted as fuck. And it took my peers or my dear friends to say, yeah, I kind of felt that way, but I was blinded in it. Now, for me, I was blinded in it because I seeked and longed for a father figure that it really didn't matter what they said. I'm just going to laugh it off because I'm like, well, I have somebody that if I need to talk to, I can talk to, only to find out it was twisted as fuck. So it's the same as a female and their mother. You know, it's messed up.
Heavenly Father.
You've never experienced that?
No.
I think this may just be something that females.
No, my mother.
I know. Huh?
My mother wasn't. My mother failed in the fact that we didn't have these conversations about relationships and sex or how to value a woman or nothing like that, or what to even seek as far as the value of a woman, because she was just way too conservative, because that's how she was raised. You know, you didn't talk about these things. And I wish she was still alive so I could ask her, like, how did you think I was going to figure this out on my own when you didn't give me any kind of direction, no kind of roadmap, no nothing? But we all know our parents, they didn't talk about stuff like that with us. You know, that's just how it was. You learn on the streets, you learn it from watching porn and stuff like that, and word of mouth, and it wasn't healthy. And dad has always just taught us, hell, go out there and fuck all you want, just put a condom on. So we didn't necessarily grow up, as far as men that I know, with positive enforcement on how to treat a girl, really. I mean, basically your girlfriend had to teach you how that thing go. But they didn't get jealous. Yeah, exactly, T. Smith.
What he say?
He said college. We didn't get taught these. We don't get taught. We don't worry about our being jealous. Our mama always support us and always tell us to be our best. It wasn't never no jealousy with mama. And daddy, my daddy wasn't never jealous of nothing I had going on. Hell, I ain't had much going on. So it wasn't nothing to be jealous of. I know as a father, I always want my children to outdo whatever I can do. So there's no jealousy there.
Right.
You know? But I've noticed that a lot of women seem to rein themselves in and hold themselves back because they're scared that mama, like you said, mama want to prove, mama gonna be mad. Or she living in a 1-bedroom project, you got a 3-bedroom house, but your house little. Oh, you got this little house, and I went to go see Janet little house. Why her house gotta be little? Hell, your whole house can fit in her living room. So why are you mad? Hell, you better be glad she got an extra bedroom, because when your ass get old and you drooling and pissing on yourself, she can bring you in the house and you got your own room.
But you know they'll never come.
Oh, see, that's on them. That's on
I
you.
work I work with a girl. Now, I think a lot of mothers in our era, they never talked about sex or anything like that. Their goal was to get us out of high school without kids. I think that was their thing. And if they did that, well, damn it, he must have figured something out, or damn it, she figured something out. But a lot of parents just didn't. They just didn't do it. They
And
if
I
they
ain't
give you
gonna
a damn book.
and see, I'm gonna teach this, I'm gonna get on this one day, but we ain't gonna talk about those who were told the day you turn 18, you getting up out of my house and you ain't coming back.
Ooh,
See,
I don't believe in that there. But yeah,
see,
you're
cause
right.
see, that's another thing that plagues the black community. Don't no other race say that bullshit but black people, black mothers. That when you turn 18, you got to come up out of here. And I know a lot of people, even in my family, grew up with that real fear that the day I gotta have this shit figured out by the day I turn 18. Because when I turned 18, mama already told me, win, lose, or draw, your ass is getting up out of here.
But let me
And
ask you this: the same mothers that said that, how old were they when they left their mama's house, or did they stay there till they were
they
grown?
was in their 20s.
Exactly,
They were never told you had to leave.
exactly.
All
Or
you had
you
to do,
grew up in your granny house,
all you had to do was do what was asked of you, and you good.
right?
There wasn't no pressure to get your ass out. Matter of fact, when you said it was time for you to leave, they were crying, talking about, I don't want you to go.
Well, I clear out this room. Why don't you go on and stay? You ain't even got to do that. What you trying to leave
Exactly.
for?
No, that's another story. I'm just saying these are the things that plague us
Right,
that we got to get away from. We got to recognize that, yo, that was wrong. I know my place now. I don't have to do that shit no more.
right,
That shit the mama and daddy on, or grandmama, big mama, auntie, they was on some bullshit. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm talking about. Will know your place and know what you're supposed to do in your life and know who you are and your purpose is. Because we can't keep allowing I'm gonna keep it real, the white man. We can't keep allowing the media. We can't keep allowing social media. We can't keep allowing all these damn movies and bullshit we see dictate who we are as a people. We are better than that.
right.
We got more to offer to the world than shucking and jiving and buck dancing and showing our titties and pussies and dicks and everything else. We're not a minstrel show no more. And it's time for us to quit acting like we're pregnant. It's time for us to quit wearing all this bullshit. Men, quit putting these purses on, put your wallet back in your back pocket, and all this other bullshit. But like I said, if you want to be gay, you want to transition, cool, that's on you. But if you claiming you straight, be straight. Don't be lukewarm, be hot or cold. One or the other. That's all I'm saying. Know your role, know your place, know who you are as a person. Because we can't get nowhere if we keep on allowing everybody else to say, well, this is what you're supposed to be. This is what you're supposed to do.
Right.
No, we can be business owners. We can do bigger things than what we be doing.
Right.
We don't have to settle to be subsidized and project up and all that kind of shit. No, you can do better.
It's a mindset.
Absolutely.
I had, when I came back here from Mississippi, I told myself, well, I wouldn't be able to do this, I wouldn't be able to do that. And then I just sat down and I said, no, bitch, you can do it. You can do it. And I did it.
That's critical. I keep telling folks I would have been dead a long time ago if I
Nobody
listened
would
to
have been
everybody
able to tell me.
Everybody done told me what you need to be doing, what you should be. If I listen to them, I'd be dead.
Yeah.
But I refuse. You got to know who you know your place. Know
You're
who
right.
you are. I had to tell my doctor yesterday, man, I don't have diabetes. Quit wishing that on me.
That ain't no issue for you. What are you
It's
talking
not.
about?
It's not. He called me today and told me it wasn't. So of course I know it wasn't.
Right.
You know
That's
why?
not
Because I
true.
know better. You got to know who you are.
Yeah.
Quit allowing people tell you what you are and defining what you are and what you can do and what you can achieve. We bigger than that. If we claim to be God's chosen people, then we need to walk in that. Be his chosen people. Be the leaders of the world. And quit letting everybody hand feed you shit. I'm done.
Yeah.
Let me go on because the football game about to come on and my food getting cold. And I done preached a good sermon today. We thank everybody for watching and participating. I know I made some of y'all mad, but that's all right. I love you. Ain't nothing you can do about it. God's word is gonna go forth. It won't return back to you void. This is what the scriptures say. And we will have a show on Sunday. So Sunday won't be so serious. Then we might do something playful Sunday. Matter of fact, if you got a good topic, go ahead and send it to me. Put it in the comments or something, and let me know what y'all want to talk about. We might just do an open conversation and see how that go. Because I really don't have none yet, and the Lord ain't spoke to me yet. So we'll see what's happening. But yeah, y'all let me know what you want to talk about. Like I said, birthday plans. If y'all want to come out and kick it with me Saturday night, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, the 25th, come on in, holler at me, and meet me down there. We're gonna have a good time. It is a dress code, so you need to holler at me so I can tell you what you can and cannot wear. It's only for the men, women, hell, y'all can come damn near naked. They ain't gonna put you out, I promise you. But yeah, we're gonna have a good time. Y'all enjoy the show. I hope you like it, share it. I'll be downtown. My dinner starts at 7. I don't know how long that's gonna last because there's a magic show and all that stuff in betwixt. So now everybody coming on to watch. Damn, what the hell y'all been doing for an hour? Well, just watch the replay. I know you missed a whole lot, but we should be meeting downtown like 9:30, no later than 10. If you get there before me, you can go on upstairs. I'll be up here. We're gonna do our thing. Have a good time. Ain't gonna be no foolishness. Only person gonna be acting foolish is me. And y'all know I don't do much. So thank you for watching. Check it out on the replay. If you got a show topic, hit me up. It hit me up in the inbox. If you got my number, text it to me. And we appreciate y'all's participation. And check out the next show on Sunday. Y'all have a good one. Peace out.